This is what we'll be working on today, a Audi A3, quick pre-detail inspection. Okay, what we'll be doing here, we'll be giving it an interior wipe down and paint correction. Alright, let's have a look. The dirt on the A-pillars. The B-pillars aren't too clean. Yeah, welcome guys to another episode of Boki's Auto Detailing. First things first, we'll be cleaning the wheels. The wheels are the dirtiest part of the vehicle, so we'll be applying gloss wax wheel cleaner. And I also give the exhaust tips a good spray. It helps with the cleaning as well. And this is the Iron R, the wheel cleaner, as it's breaking down the contaminants on the wheels, all the brake dust and all of that. While the wheel cleaner is breaking down all the contaminants on the wheels, I just give the car a quick spray with the shampoo to loosen the dirt before the contact wash. First things first, we spray a good amount of degreaser on the wheels and the fender lining. This helps with breaking down the dirt. Then we clean the rims. It is always advisable to start with the valve cap, so it gives you an indication of where you started and where you need to finish up. And next we just clean the lugs using a designated wheel brush. Then we clean the face of the rim using a soft bristle brush. These are really good because they don't scratch or mar the rims. Then we clean the tire using a hard bristle tire brush. Just make sure you give it a proper scrubbing so that when you apply your tire dressing, it gives you a cleaner finish. Once all that is done, give it a final rinse down. And also give it a rinse down on the fender linings. And then onto the exhaust tips, just give it a light scrubbing and a rinse down as well, just to try and clean it up and make it presentable. And then we give the vehicle a last spray of shampoo as we're about to begin with the contact wash. Using a detail brush, we clean the rubbers and all the cracks and crevices. It is advisable to do this because there's a lot of dirt that gets stuck between these places. Here's a typical example of what I mean. I'm sure you can see the foam is black. It's from the dirt of the rubber, and just the dust that is embedded in between the window and the rubbers. And this place is filled with dead bugs. Just have to give it a light scrubbing to get rid of all the bug guts. Next, we'll be doing the 2-bucket wash method and using a wool mitt. The previous spraying of shampoo is actually making this step a little bit easier. Now all the dirt has been loosened up, and now the washing is actually a simple matter of just applying light pressure using the wash mitt, which actually means there won't be a high risk of scratching the paint. Then after the washing, then we'll be giving the vehicle a clay treatment using a clay cloth. If you listen closely, you can hear the clay cloth grabbing onto the paint. This is an indication of embedded contaminants on the body. Now the mechanical decontamination is a very important step in the detailing stage. It helps to break down all the embedded road traffic contaminants that could be left on the paint. After the clay bar treatment, we give the vehicle a final rinse down. I'm sure you can see the water behavior is running very flat. This is an indication that the vehicle doesn't have much protection in the means of waxes or sealants. And then next we dry the vehicle using an air gun that just blow out the water in all those hard to reach places. Yeah, well, I use a combination of air and good old traditional microfiber to dry the vehicle. Now, it is important to inspect the vehicle before you start your machine work, and this is what we discovered on the bonnet. I suspect this was etching left from bed droppings. Now, this car was brought in for a single step correction, but I had to use a more aggressive pad and compound combination to get rid of the etching. Now, this is the result with just one pass of a more aggressive pad and compound pass. So I was happy with that, and we can just carry on with the single step correction. Now, while I was busy with the paintwork, Taps was busy with the interior. He decided to clean the carpets first so we could hang them dry while we were busy with the rest of the vehicle. Now, these carpets were very dirty. I'm sure you can see the brownish indication coming from the shampoo. They needed a proper cleaning, and that's what they got. And the leather seats were actually given a proper cleaning as well, using a nano brush. I'm sure you can see the dirt coming from just the light scrubbing. They were giving a proper cleaning. After that, we just gave them a nice conditioning. I recently received this 3-inch polishing machine from ShineMate. It makes polishing easy. I mean, there's certain spots where you can't polish properly using your normal 5 or 6-inch polisher. Now, this is where it comes in its element. I enjoy it very much. Like I indicated earlier on, this vehicle was in for a single step paint correction / enhancement. And I used the Manzana 3-in-1 and a yellow pad combination. It actually did well to get rid of, well, not all the swells, but a significant amount of swells. The end results were very satisfactory. All right, this is the vehicle all done. The interior for one, the leathers were cleaned and conditioned. The carpets were washed and given a protection using a fabric guard. Let's just have a quick look around and just see how it looks. The A, B, and C pillars were also cleaned. The ceiling was cleaned. Basically, the vehicle was just given a proper cleaning. Moving to the exterior, like I had indicated, the vehicle was given a single step paint correction / enhancement. After that, we waxed it and then we added a sealant. And the exhaust tips were cleaned and polished. Moving back into the interior, let's have a look at the A-pillars. I'm sure you remember they had some nasty marks, some dirt. Now all gone. Now, before we started with polishing, we actually ran a couple of tests using a paint thickness gauge, and we discovered that certain panels had been worked on, and that meant we couldn't actually do anything other than just a single pass. We didn't want to risk burning through the clear or just damaging the paintwork. Alright guys, we're nearing the end of the video, and if you've been watching all along, thank you very much. And just let us know in the comment section what you think of how the vehicle turned out. Yeah man, and if you like this type of content, once again, please hit that like button, subscribe, share if you can. Yeah man, thank you, and catch you on the next one. Double tango.